everyone, it is time for a new video, and this is going to be part 3 of my Comfortathon vlogs. I am very excited. I have a lot of amazing reading plans. I am in this really weird ass spot that I'm never in because I've been filming for hours for my second channel, which is like a fashion lifestyle channel, and I've been struggling a lot with it, but I was filming some stuff for that, and I have been making TikToks, which is crazy. You know, YouTube and the algorithm is doing absolutely nothing for me, so maybe TikTok is gonna be better. My name there is the same as on all my social media, which is Nikki C Moon if you want to follow me, but let's talk about books. So, because I have been filming, and I also went on a walk earlier and I've just been busy all day, I haven't read much, but I am going to dive back into Bookish and the Beast by Ashley Poston. I started this in the other vlog, and I only got to page 28, but I'm super excited for it. It is like a modern retelling, loosely based on the Beauty and the Beast. And I love this series, and I just think it's exactly what I need, and it's just gonna be super lighthearted and fun, fluffy, and great, and I'm super excited for that. Then in the last vlog, I also started The Duke's Guide to Correct Behavior, which I read a little bit more of, but not much, so I'm gonna update on that later as well. And the one thing that I did read today is Your Heart is the Sea by Nikita Gill. I absolutely love Nikita so fucking much. She is definitely my favorite poet, and this is one that this is a collection of poetry I have yet to read by her, and she was just tweeting that she has a new book out, which I'm going to put on the screen. I forgot the title, but I just got super excited to read that. But I think I want to get a physical copy, and so I kind of went on script, and Your Heart is the Sea was there, and so I started reading that. I am 20% in, and I just love Nikita's poems so much. Like, they are really lyrical and beautiful and touching, and there was something that she wrote in there that literally made me cry this morning. And so I just have a feeling like I really need this, so I'm gonna dive into that and read that first before all the other things, but I think that's it for now. But I also really want to read some webtoons. I want to watch things. I have been watching Julie and the Phantoms, which I also kind of briefly mentioned in the other vlog, which is obviously going to be linked down below. And I absolutely adore it. Like, the music gives me chills every time. I adore the characters. I ship Julie and Luke so fucking hard. I adore it. So I'm rewatching that. I'm like halfway through, so definitely gonna keep doing that. And I also want to read some webtoons, so that's also gonna be happening. I'm gonna show you my cat as always, and I just hope this is gonna be a fun, comforting, cozy, nice vlog. So make yourself some tea, get a snack, get comfortable, and let's go read. Hi everyone, so it is time for an update. It is the next day. I was going to update you last night, but I just didn't really make that much progress. With reading, and I kind of wanted to focus on reading and chilling. So I finished Your Heart is the Sea by Nikita Gill, and I really enjoyed it. I just absolutely love Nikita, but it wasn't my absolute favorite. I ended up giving it 4 stars, and I still loved it. Like, she's still my favorite, and any of her collections that I like don't love completely are still amazing. And there were some lines that I highlighted and really enjoyed that really touched me. Like, Nikita knows best how to reach into the depths of my heart and just always tell me all the things that I really desperately need to hear. And I love that. And I'm really thinking that I'm going to reread Your Soul is a River as well, because like I do want to I want to get a physical copy and reread that, but I'm like I could just reread it now because who knows when I'm going to be able to get the physical copy. So we'll see. That might be something that's going to be happening during the weekend. I haven't really read anything else. My brain has been so fucking scattered. I have been wanting to read 10 million things and then never being able to stick to one. So I haven't made any progress with this yet. I haven't made much progress with the Duke's Guide to Correct Behavior. And I have been, like, I am in desperate need of an audiobook. And I was most excited to read A Lady's Formula for Love. And I still am, but I just don't like mixing genres. And so I really want to finish The Duke's Guide to Correct Behavior first. And so I had one more credit of an audiobook. And I got Bonds of Brass by Emily Skritsky, which, wait. There's like a really cool line that describes what it's about. So I checked Goodreads and it says, a young pilot risks everything to save his best friend, the man he trusts most and might even love, only to learn that he's secretly the heir to a brutal galactic empire. So it just looks really fun, and I think it's going to be amazing. And for some reason I have been in the mood for sci-fi, which never happens to me, and I'm like really excited to explore the genre more. And so I think this is just going to be absolutely amazing. And so that is the audiobook that I'm going to start next. So speaking of the audiobook, I thought it would be really fun to give you an audiobook haul. In my last video, I think I mentioned that I kind of accidentally got a lot of Audible credits, and so I have gotten some really exciting audiobooks, and so I thought I would do like a mini haul because I've never done that. I haven't seen anyone do that, but I just thought it could be fun. So we're gonna move into a different location because I've been rambling in here for 10 million years, and I'm gonna tell you about all the books that I have gotten along with Bonds of Brass. This is a new spot that I kind of want to experiment with, and I normally like film in this place but not at this angle. And so let's talk about the audiobooks. So obviously I just got Bonds of Brass, and I also got the X-Talk by Rachel and Solomon, which I talked about in the last vlog. So if you haven't seen that, it's always linked down below. I absolutely loved it. It's an adult romance. It's amazing. So fucking fun. And then I got a bunch of fantasy books and kind of like sci-fi books. And so I got A Curse of Roses by Diana Pingicha. I don't really know much about this one. I actually don't know that much about any of them, but I kind of know like a really exciting like one piece of information that made me really want to read it. And so A Curse of Roses, I was so captivated by the cover, and it's like a retelling of some kind of a myth or legend that is like a Portuguese legend, and I have heard really good things about it. I've heard that the writing is really lyrical and it's just super magical, and so I'm super excited for this one. And then another fantasy that I got was The Scapegracers by Hannah Abigail Clark, I think is the author's name. And this one has been really hyped on Twitter, and it is like a sapphic witch story. That is all that I know. I guess it's maybe like an urban fantasy, and I just really love witches, and I feel like I haven't read a lot of witch books, and so I really want to get to that, and I'm really excited for that. And then I got another sci-fi, two sci-fis. So the first one is The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson, and this one is also sapphic, and it is some kind of like a sci-fi time travel kind of a book, and it just looks and sounds really interesting, and so I'm really excited to read this one. And last but by no means least, I got Seven Devils, which is also a sci-fi, and it's like a space opera, which I actually don't know what that means exactly, but I think it's gonna be super fun. It's also sapphic, and I just have a really good feeling about it. You know, that like intuition, I just think it's gonna be amazing. And I was considering reading it for a Comfortathon, but it's 17 hours, and I would rather maybe read 2 books for now instead of the long one. But I am super excited for it, and I am gonna be reading it soon, and I've actually been thinking that I could do like a sci-fi reading vlog, so tell me if you would be interested in that. Obviously, it would be featured there, and so I'm super excited. All of these are just, I think, gonna be so fun, and I just can't wait to dive into them, and they're definitely all gonna be featured in some vlogs. And so I'm really excited, and yeah, so I'm gonna go chill and read, and I'll update you soon. Hi everyone, it is time for an update. It is 9 p.m. and I have been chilling and reading, and I was playing Mario Kart with my mom again, which was really nice, and then I started reading Trust Falling for You by Cherish Read, and I am so happy that I did. Like, a part of me at first was like, I really should just finish all that I've started, but I was just really in the mood for it. It is basically a rivals to lovers romance that is set at this work building retreat in the forest, and so there's a bunch of people who work together doing all kinds of activities and stuff like that, and so the two main characters have to share a cabin together because like the people they were supposed to share the cabin with like got sick and whatever. And so I love it. Again, like, I just love forced proximity, and the two of them don't like each other. It is so quick to get through, so easy to read, and I was immediately interested, and like, I just love the vibes. It feels really like summery and fun and adventurous, and I don't necessarily like camping vibes and like all that kind of stuff, but I'm just really vibing with it and like enjoying it, and love the forced proximity so much because not only do they have to share a cabin, but whoever shares a cabin, they need to do different kinds of activities together for, you know, like all kinds of the work building shit. And so that is just so much fun, and I'm loving the dynamic between them, and the banter and the chemistry is there, and I'm already at 33%, and so I think I'm honestly just gonna fly through it and probably read it in one sitting because it's just such a good time and I don't want to stop reading, so I'm not going to. Hi everyone, it is time for an update. It is the next day. I am wearing the same sweater, but it's time for quite a few reading updates. So it is quite late. It's like 6 p.m. and I have been updating you so late, but it's fine. And I I have been doing some reading, and I also went on a walk with my mom, my sister, and Heidi, my cat, and I've made some more TikToks, and it's been really fun. Like, I'm having so much fun with it. And also, I uploaded a TikTok with Heidi yesterday, and it almost has 3,000 views right now. um, which is super weird and crazy. I mean, like, I get it. You know, Heidi's getting like 5 times more views and likes than me, and like, I understand. And I have done a lot of reading. So I finished reading Trust Falling for You by Cherish Read. It was such a quick read. I finished it last night, and it's a novella, so it's like 130 pages, and I really liked the setting. It was just such a fun, lighthearted, chill read that wasn't really angsty, and it was just fun and steamy and super, super easy and quick to read. So definitely perfect for a Comfortathon. Definitely will be recommending it in the future, and definitely recommend you to check it out. It is out now, and it's great. I dove back into Bookish and the Beast by Ashley Poston, and I got to page 76. So not a lot, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really liking the main characters. So I don't even know how to describe it. Both of them are kind of angsty. Like, wait, what's their name? Rosie and Vance. So Rosie lost her mom like a year ago, I think. And so she has to deal with that, and obviously she, doesn't feel the best a lot of the time because of that. And Vance, I don't even know where to start with him, but he is an actor. So he is, I think if I remember it correctly and like understood it correctly here, he plays the villain in the Starfield series. That is like the big thing in this whole book series. And so he has this like bad boy persona in the media, and I don't normally like bad boy characters in YA contemporary, but he actually, like, he has the image, but he's not actually completely, and like I like him. He's definitely super grumpy. He doesn't really trust people or doesn't let people in, and he has dealt with a lot, and he basically has to live in this house. And the way that they meet is that Rosie kind of accidentally runs into this mansion because she is going after Vance's dog, who like ran away a little bit, and so she wanted the dog to, get home. And so she's running after him and gets into this mansion, and she thinks that no one lives there because like no one has lived there for a while, but now Vance is living there. And so they meet, and Vance gets super annoyed. Like I said, he's definitely super grumpy, and I'm just really enjoying it. Like, I don't know, I just think it's gonna be such a fun romance, and I can't wait to read more. But like I told you, I really wanted an audiobook, and I did not start Bonds of Brass yet. And I started Love and Gelato. One of my friends has mentioned this series to me and that like I should read it. And so in this book, the main character, Lena, has to move to Italy to live with her dad for a while. And her mom passed away, so there's definitely a content warning for that and for cancer. And so because of that, she kind of has to move, and I absolutely love the setting. There's also been quite a lot of food, which is making me hungry, but like, I like it. And I'm just really vibing with it. I'm already at like 30%, and I don't want to stop listening to the audiobook. It's just so nice and quick to read and lighthearted and just super chill and like exactly what I need. Definitely perfect for Comfortathon, even though it deals with grief and loss. I feel like the main vibe will be kind of more fun and hopeful. And also Lena kind of gets a journal, that like a diary that was her mom's, that she reads through along the way on her journey there, so that makes her feel more connected to her mom and also allows her to like discover some fun things. Everyone, it is Sunday, which means it's the last day of Comfortathon, and it is 3 p.m. so I really need to update you. I finished reading a book, and that was Love and Gelato. It was really interesting. It was not what I expected it to be at all, but it was cool and definitely very different from the typical contemporary romances that I read. So, like I told you, it's about Lena who moves to Italy, and she gets this journal about her mom's life. And so it is a lot about that. I don't know why, but I just expected it to be really focused on the romance, and because I don't know if it's because I've been reading so many actual like romances, or just because I feel like usually contemporary, even YA contemporary romances focus a lot on the romance, but that is not really the case in here. So I would really recommend this book to anyone who likes their books a little bit more unpredictable, and there are like more plot lines, and it's not focused on the romance, and there's an amazing setting. So like I said, the setting like in Italy is so nice. I've never read a book set in Italy, I think, and that was amazing. And like I said, there was also a lot of food, and it was awesome, and I really want to read more travel books now. And also there's a lot of like family relationships and things like that. And the diary from Lena's mom takes quite a, like, it's honestly like a second plot line. And you can actually really see the evolution of her life when she went to Italy. The romance was actually like a bit of a mess. It was really messy. It was a really small part of the book, and not even that, but like the evolution, the development was not like linear, and it wasn't typical. Like, it was definitely enjoyable, and it was really addicting as well. Like, I did not want to stop listening. Yeah, that was cool. And now I really want to keep reading and hopefully finish Bookish and the Beast by Ashley Poston today. So I ended on page 76, so I have not read any more since I last talked to you about it. But it is like under 300 pages, so I have 200 pages left. And I think I could definitely do that. And I'm actually doing a live show in an hour. We're hopefully gonna do reading sprints on there. Last time we didn't really do a lot of reading sprints, but hopefully, you know, we're gonna do more, and I'm gonna get some reading done because I am really enjoying this book so far, so I would really love to finish it. No pressure, but like, I'm excited to keep reading, not just, you know, to get it over with. Like, I just really want to experience this story. I'm gonna actually maybe read a little bit more of this now before the live show, and then keep reading it during the live show. And yes, so I'm gonna talk to you probably after the live show. It is time for an update. It is almost midnight, so the Comfortathon is getting to the end, but I have some reading updates that I'm really excited to talk to you about. So I finished Bookish and the Beast by Ashley Poston, and I absolutely loved this book. I feel like my makeup looks really weird, so I'm sorry about that, but this was amazing. Like, I just had such a great time with it. It is also absolutely perfect for a Comfortathon because, like, it's just all of Ashley Poston's books. Like, the entire series, I absolutely recommend it for future Comfortathons, or just if you're looking for some really lighthearted, fluffy, fun reads that are, like, a lot about fandom and things like that. I absolutely recommend it. Like I kind of said, the two main characters are just such chaotic disasters, and I love them. And I absolutely loved the enemies to lovers aspect of it. Like, I haven't been reading a lot of enemies to lovers books, and this really reminded me of why it's so fucking amazing, and just the banter and everything was so good. I loved the, like, book aspect in this book. So what I actually didn't say earlier is that Rosie ends up having to help Vance reorganize the library in the mansion. So that's where they bond, and you know, so I loved the like vibe and the setting in the library, which took, like, there was a lot of that in this book, and so it was just absolutely amazing. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars, and it wasn't completely a 5-star, but it was amazing. And one thing that I really liked about it is there was like a little bit of casual queer representation within the side characters. So Ashley Poston is actually a queer author, but the main characters in this book aren't queer, or at least nothing like that is ever mentioned. But what I thought was super cool is that Rosie's dad is bisexual, and it was just mentioned once totally casually, and like, it's so cool because I feel like I've never seen that before. Obviously this was not a main character, but like, we just don't get a lot of queer representation with like slightly older people, not, you know, teenagers or people in their 20s and whatever. Rosie also has a non-binary friend, and there's a lot of friendships in this and family relationships, and the romance is super cute, and so I just absolutely love it and really recommend. And then I was actually going to finish The Duke's Guide to Correct Behavior by Megan Frampton, which I started in part 2. So if you want to hear a little bit more of my thoughts, I'm going to link that down below, obviously, so you can check that out. But I'm really enjoying it. I just didn't want to rush it, and I wanted to savor it, and so I didn't get back to that. But I started Charming as a Verb by Ben Phillip, I think. I'm really enjoying it. I got to 10%, so obviously I'm not going to finish it before the end of the readathon. And even when I started it, I knew that wouldn't be the case, but I still wanted to mention it to you. I think I'm not going to tell you much about it now, and I'm going to read a little bit more tonight and then in the morning, and then tomorrow, when the lighting is better and everything, I'm going to do like a wrap up about this book and the whole Comfortathon. Hi everyone, it is time to wrap up this video and Comfortathon. It is Monday, it's like 11 a.m. and Comfortathon is officially over, and wow. It has been really fucking nice, and I hope that you all, if you participated, had fun and it brought you a little bit of comfort and good vibes and anything like that. If you missed it or if you want more, I'm gonna be doing a lot more of them, and I think that next time I definitely want to make it longer, because I think it's also because like this was my first time hosting a readathon. I was just a little bit overwhelmed and I didn't manage to do all the things that I wanted to, because I just, I wanted to do a lot of vlogs and I wanted to read a lot of books and I wanted to do a million things, and then I didn't manage to do like half of them, but it was still wonderful, and I did read some comforting and amazing books. I really want to do the readathon quite often, so tell me if you have any suggestions, anything you would like to see with Comfortathon, anything like that. And yeah, so before I fully wrap up everything and kind of do a mini summary, I want to talk a little bit about Charming as a Verb. So I got to 17%. And I can't wait to keep reading. I'm honestly probably gonna finish the book today, but I really want to edit this and upload it today, so but I really recommend you check out this book. I love the audiobook, so if you have Scribd, it's on there. I am really enjoying that, and I'm like really invested in Henry, the main character, already. And I don't think I said anything about the plot, so basically it is about Henry, and he wants to hit, one of his biggest dreams is to go to Columbia University, and so he kind of deals with like the application process and things like that, and he has like a dog walking business, and there's something about it I don't fully understand if he's the one who created it, and like since he's probably still like 17, or he's 17 I think, he maybe can't fully be in like charge of it, and whatever. There's something a little bit shady about it, but the love interest, Corinne, figures that out and basically kind of like blackmails him a little bit to help her with some of her personal shit. And the thing between them is that like Henry is super charming and she is not charmed by him at first, so it's definitely like kind of rivals to lovers vibes. And so far I'm just enjoying it so much, and dare I say it's a very charming and it just has such a wonderful vibe and like personality, if that makes sense. And I just can't wait to see Henry's journey, and I think the romance is gonna be so fucking fun. And also, the reason why I actually got super excited to read it is because I saw a review on Goodreads, and the way that the person described it was that it's about friendships, love, and dreams, and I just saw that, and I was like, I need this in my life. And obviously there was more in the review, but I just got super excited, and so I'm so fucking happy. I also adore this cover, and it's set in New York City, and I love the New York City setting, and so I'm just having a fucking blast reading this, and I absolutely recommend you check it out. So, the one, I obviously had a really big TBR, and so there's quite a few things that I didn't manage to read. The thing that I'm really sad about is that I didn't manage to get to rereading Red, White, and Royal Blue, because I kept thinking, like, I'm gonna read it later in the week. I want to save it for later, and then now we're here, and I haven't read it, but it's okay. it really like made me super excited to reread it, so I'm going to reread it outside of the readathon. Tell me if you would like me to feature this in a reading blog soon. I was thinking I would really like to do a 24-hour readathon sometime soon, so tell me if I should read it there, even though I've read it before, but like, I can't wait. So yes, but I did manage to read these physical books. I'm obviously not going to do a wrap up of everything I've read because this video is already very long, but just, you know, to quickly go through these. The first physical book that I read was recommended for you by Laura Silverman, and this was really cute. I gave it 4 stars, I think, and it just was a really fun YA contemporary romance, and it was kind of rivals to lovers, set at a bookstore. There was like a competition. It was great, and I really recommend if you want like a light, fluffy read, which is the case with literally all of these. So, before I read this, I reread Heartstopper, so that was in part 2, if you haven't seen that. Absolutely loved this. I mean, it was a reread for a reason, so at least I reread this. So I'm really happy about that. And I also actually have been thinking that I could do a video where I reread some of my all-time favorite books, because not only do I think it's going to be really fun, but also it's going to push me and motivate me to actually do the rereads. So this was amazing. If you haven't checked out this series yet, I absolutely recommend. And then the last physical book was Bookish and the Beast, which obviously you read in this video. You've heard me talk about it a lot, but it was amazing. Really enjoyed it. When it comes to the live things that I've done, I rewatched Julie and the Phantoms, which is absolutely amazing. I haven't really watched much else. I feel like I watched like a movie or something, but I don't know. But it's fine. You know, I am so happy that I at least rewatched Julie and the Phantoms, and honestly, I want to like rewatch it again. It's the best thing in the world, and if you haven't seen it yet, I absolutely fucking recommend. And the thing that I'm kind of the most sad about is actually that I haven't really read any webtoons, but it did make me find some webtoons, and it got me excited to do so. So hopefully I'm going to be able to do that soon. But definitely, you know, it's fine. Like, obviously the first time in a readathon is not going to go the way that I exactly plan. But next time I'm hopefully, you know, going to read a lot more webtoons and watch a lot more things. And the thing that I'm actually super excited to do going forward is to make the prompts work not only for reading things, because the thing that I did in the end, I didn't fully say that in the announcement video, but it was basically that any kind of like reading counts for the prompts. So if you want to read a fan fiction, webtoons, anything like that, then it can count for the prompts. Obviously there's a few like the favorite color on the cover that doesn't really work for that, but along with that, in the future I want to do something that I haven't seen anyone do, and that is that watching things also counts. Obviously, I want to motivate people to read, because I love reading, and a lot of people need motivation with reading. I don't. I literally need motivation with watching things. But at the same time, like, I want the readathon to be fun and comforting, and I don't want any part of it to be stressful, you know? And so, you know, if a lot of people like watching things and, you know, watch things every day, and like movies and TV shows and everything, and so I want that to be the option too. You know, like if any of you ever feel like watching and watching things for, you know, 2 weeks straight and not read anything, then, you know, you can actually make that work for Comfortathon, and it's gonna be great. So yeah, I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait to host Comfortathon again. And I'm a little bit like sentimental, even though this was like only a week and a little bit. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's over now, but I'm excited for all that's to come, and I am excited for all of the other reading vlogs and things that I have planned soon. So yeah, everything's gonna be linked down below. I actually have like a Comfortathon playlist where I have all the reading vlogs and all the recommendation videos, so I'm gonna link that down below as well if you want to binge some of the videos. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, leave like some of your favorite random emojis that you just really like. And thank you so much for watching again. Subscribe for more videos like this, and follow the Comfortathon Twitter for, you know, any future announcements. And yeah, have a great day, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!